The Skinstructors tip of the week. When conducting client consultations, really dig into their sunscreen habits. Don't just ask if they're using SPF, ask how much they use, how often they reapply, and what kind they prefer. This simple shift from a yes or no question to an open-ended discussion can uncover huge gaps in their sun protection routine, giving you the perfect opportunity to educate them on preventing photo aging and photo damage. Remember, prevention is key to healthy, radiant skin.
Welcome back to the Skinstructors. I'm your host, Jolie.
And I'm Morgan. This is our 20th episode, and we're so grateful for your support. We're glad you're tuning in for another episode designed to boost your knowledge and elevate your esthetician game.
Today, we're diving into a topic that touches every single client who walks through your door. Here's our hook. We all love the sun, right? But what is it really doing to our clients' skin, even years later, long after those summer vacations?
That's right. Today we're discussing photo aging and photo damage. We'll break down the differences, dive into the science, and equip you with everything you need to know from prevention to effective treatments.
Our purpose with this episode is to empower you to become the ultimate expert in sun-related skin concerns. You'll be able to confidently guide your clients, whether it's preventing future damage or addressing existing issues.
And why does this matter to us as estheticians? Well, sun damage is hands down one of the most common skin concerns we see. It directly impacts every treatment plan we create, every product we recommend, and ultimately our clients' long-term skin health.
This is a huge opportunity to be a vital educator and advocate for your clients' well-being. So let's get started.
So let's clarify some terms first. We often hear photo aging and photo damage used interchangeably, but there's a subtle yet important distinction.
Yeah, exactly. So photo aging refers specifically to the premature aging of the skin caused by chronic long-term sun exposure, primarily from UVA and UVB rays. Think of it as the visible signs of aging that appear earlier than they naturally would, like fine lines, wrinkles, uneven texture, and those pesky brown spots we call hyperpigmentation.
On the other hand, photo damage is a broader, overarching term. It encompasses all negative changes to the skin due to sun exposure. This includes photo aging, yes, but it also extends to more serious issues like precancerous lesions, such as actinic keratoses, and even various forms of skin cancer. So photo aging is a part of photo damage.
Yeah, understanding the UV spectrum and its impact is fundamental. So first up, we have UVA rays, often called the aging rays, and these penetrate deeper into the dermis where they wreak havoc on our collagen and elastin fibers. This breakdown is a primary culprit behind wrinkles, fine lines, and skin sagging. UVA also contributes significantly to hyperpigmentation and generates a ton of free radical damage. And here's the kicker. UVA is present year-round, penetrates clouds, and even goes right through windows. So sun protection is key.
Then we have UVB rays, which are the burning rays. These primarily affect the epidermis, the outermost layer of the skin, and UVB is responsible for that painful sunburn, redness, and direct DNA damage to skin cells. This direct DNA damage makes UVB rays the main culprit for skin cancer development, and its intensity varies by season, time of day, and altitude. So think strong summer sun at midday.
Mm-hmm. And while UVA and UVB are big players, we're learning more about the emerging roles of infrared and visible light. While they don't cause sunburn in the way UV does, research suggests they can contribute to photo damage and hyperpigmentation, especially in clients with Fitzpatrick types 4 through 6. This is a growing area of research, and it shows how important it is to have a strong protection in place.
Let's get into the cellular and molecular mechanisms of this extrinsic aging. When UV radiation hits the skin, it sparks a cascade of destructive events. First, you get massive free radical generation, also known as oxidative stress. These reactive oxygen species are unstable molecules that damage everything in their path, including your cells, DNA, and crucial structural proteins like collagen and elastin.
Next, UV light triggers the activation of specific enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases, or MMPs. And these are like little Pac-Man that chomp away at your skin's collagen and elastin, accelerating their breakdown. This is why you see that loss of firmness and elasticity.
And of course, melanin production is disrupted. UV exposure can lead to an overproduction or irregular distribution of melanin, resulting in those classic signs of sun damage like sunspots, freckles, and uneven skin tone, often exacerbating conditions like melasma.
And most critically, there is direct DNA damage. UV light generally damages the genetic material within our cells, leading to mutations. While our bodies have repair mechanisms, if too much damage accumulates, these mutations can lead to uncontrolled cell growth and the start of skin cancer.
As estheticians, developing a keen eye for the signs of photo damage is essential. Let's talk about visual assessment and what to look for during the skin analysis.
Remember the 3 T's of a skin analysis from our service cycle series? Tone, texture, and temperature.
13.
Start with texture. Sun damage often feels rough and dry or even has a leathery quality to it. You'll notice a distinct loss of elasticity, meaning the skin doesn't snap back as quickly when you gently pinch it.
Then there are wrinkles and fine lines. While some lines are natural aging, sun damage accelerates their formation, especially around the eyes, those telltale crow's feet, and around the mouth and the forehead. You might also observe deeper furrows than expected for the client's age.
Now let's talk about the tone of the skin. You'll notice hyperpigmentation because it's one of the most common and frustrating signs of sun damage, but it does come in many forms.
Absolutely. The most straightforward type is solar lentigines, commonly known as sunspots or age spots. These are well-defined, flat, brown, or black spots that appear on sun-exposed areas like the face, hands, chest, and arms. They're caused by localized overproduction of melanin due to chronic UV exposure.
And then we have freckles. These are typically smaller, lighter brown spots that often appear in childhood and multiply with sun exposure. While often charming, an increase in freckles indicates sun damage and an overall increase in melanin production in response to UV.
A more complex form is melasma, sometimes called the mask of pregnancy, but is not exclusive to pregnancy. Melasma presents as larger, irregular patches of brown or grayish-brown pigmentation, most commonly on the face, cheeks, forehead, upper lip, and chin. It's commonly triggered by hormonal changes like pregnancy or birth control, but is significantly exacerbated and made worse by sun exposure, visible light, and heat. And this makes it particularly challenging to treat.
And we can't forget post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. While not solely caused by sun, PIH occurs after any form of skin inflammation or injury, such as acne, eczema, or even aggressive exfoliation. When this inflammation occurs, especially if followed by sun exposure, it can stimulate melanocytes to produce excess pigment, leading to dark spots that linger long after the initial issue has healed. Sun exposure will always deepen and prolong PIH.
Beyond pigmentation, look for telangiectasias or broken capillaries, especially on the nose and the cheeks. UV radiation weakens the blood vessel walls, making them more visible.
Keep an eye out for poikiloderma savate. This presents as a reddish-brown discoloration with visible telangiectasias, typically found on the sides of the neck, often sparing the area directly under the chin. It's a classic sign of chronic sun exposure.
And you might also spot solar elastosis. This is where the skin looks yellowish, thickened, and even bumpy, particularly on the neck and chest, due to extensive damage to elastic fibers.
And then there are the signs that require immediate referral. Actinic keratoses. These are rough, scaly patches that feel like sandpaper when you run your fingers over them. They often appear on sun-exposed areas like the face, scalp, ears, and hands. Estheticians, it is crucial for us to identify these and refer the client to a dermatologist without delay, as actinic keratoses are precancerous lesions.
And beyond the skin analysis, a thorough client consultation and history taking is really invaluable. Ask about their past sun exposure habits, including childhood sunburns and whether they've ever used tanning beds. Inquire about their current SPF use, what kind, how much, how often they reapply, and also ask about any family history of skin cancer. Finally, always understand the client's specific concerns and their overall skin goals.
For assessment tools, a Woods lamp can be incredibly helpful to highlight underlying hyperpigmentation that might not be visible to the naked eye. A magnifying lamp is essential for detailed analysis of skin texture, fine lines, and capillaries. And remember the power of client photos. Before and after treatment photos are great, but even initial assessment photos can help track progress over time.
Absolutely. Photos are so important at every appointment because clients may have a hard time seeing the differences in their skin since they're looking at it every day. Now, let's talk about the absolute cornerstone of managing photo damage and preventing further hyperpigmentation: prevention. This is your most powerful tool as an esthetician.
And it all starts with sunscreen education. We have an excellent episode that deep dives into all about sunscreen, but we can briefly talk about it now. We can't stress this enough. Broad spectrum SPF 30 daily is a non-negotiable. Explain to your clients why broad spectrum is vital. It protects against both UVA, those aging rays, and UVB, the burning rays, both of which trigger pigmentation.
Yeah, and discuss the two main types of filters. There's mineral and chemical. Mineral sunscreens containing zinc oxide and titanium dioxide create a physical barrier on the skin, deflecting UV radiation. They're generally gentle and a good choice for sensitive skin, while chemical filters like oxybenzone and avobenzone absorb UV radiation and convert it into heat. You can discuss potential sensitivities or preferences your clients might have.
Emphasize proper application and reapplication. How much to use? About a nickel-sized amount for the face or a shot glass full for the body. And how often? Every 2 hours when exposed to direct sun, and more frequently after sweating or swimming. Don't forget to stress the importance of indoor sunscreen if clients are near windows, due to those pervasive UVA rays and visible light, which can both exacerbate the hyperpigmentation.
I think that one's really key because a lot of people don't think about all of the light that they're experiencing indoors that's prematurely aging us.
Absolutely.
And beyond sunscreen, there are other crucial preventative measures. You can encourage protective clothing like UPF, which is an ultraviolet protection factor clothing, wide-brimmed hats that shade the face and neck, and sunglasses that block both UVA and UVB rays.
Advise clients to seek shade, especially during peak UV hours, typically between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. when the sun's rays are strongest.
And of course, the warning of avoiding tanning beds is paramount. They deliver concentrated doses of UV radiation, significantly increasing the risk of both photoaging and skin cancer, and will definitely worsen any existing hyperpigmentation. There's no such thing as a safe tan from a tanning bed.
Finally, discuss the role of antioxidants, both topical and oral. These powerful ingredients help neutralize those damaging free radicals generated by UV exposure. Think topical vitamin C, vitamin E, ferulic acid, green tea, and resveratrol. Oral supplements can also offer an additional layer of internal defense.
Once hyperpigmentation has occurred, our role shifts to helping reverse and repair the skin. Let's start with the key topical skincare ingredients estheticians can recommend.
For tackling hyperpigmentation, we primarily focus on tyrosinase inhibitors. These ingredients work by blocking or slowing down the enzyme tyrosinase, which is critical for melanin production. Some excellent examples include kojic acid, arbutin, licorice root extract, alpha lipoic acid, azelaic acid, tranexamic acid, and niacinamide.
And beyond tyrosinase inhibitors, other crucial ingredients help with overall skin renewal and brightening. For example, retinoids, that's the gold standard for accelerating cell turnover, bringing new unpigmented skin cells to the surface. And they also stimulate collagen production, which is going to improve overall skin texture. We introduce them carefully due to potential irritation. Additionally, vitamin C is really great for helping with overall skin renewal and brightening. And of course, we love our alpha and beta hydroxy acids like glycolic, lactic, and salicylic acid because these are excellent chemical exfoliants that help shed pigmented surface cells, and it's going to reveal a brighter, more even skin underneath. They also improve cell turnover. And for clients with vitiligo, as we discussed in our previous episode, caution is key due to potential irritation and the Koebner phenomenon. However, for general photoaging and hyperpigmentation, they're very beneficial in appropriate concentrations and professional use. And last grouping is peptides and growth factors. While they don't directly inhibit pigmentation, they do support overall skin health, repair, and regeneration, which is going to create a healthier canvas for other ingredients to work effectively.
Moving on to professional treatments, several can significantly improve hyperpigmentation and overall photodamaged skin within our scope.
Chemical peels are fantastic. Light to medium depth peels using ingredients like lactic, glycolic, salicylic, or mandelic acids. They work by exfoliating the top layers of the epidermis, and this removes pigmented cells, speeds up cell turnover, and reveals a fresher, brighter skin. They're highly effective for sunspots, freckles, and can significantly improve PIH and melasma when chosen carefully. Emphasize proper client selection, preconditioning, and meticulous post-care to prevent irritation and further hyperpigmentation.
Then we have microdermabrasion and dermaplaning. These are excellent physical exfoliation methods. They remove the outermost layer of dead, pigmented skin cells, immediately brightening the complexion and improving skin texture. They also enhance the penetration of those amazing lightening and brightening serums you're recommending.
On the note of microdermabrasion, I would say also hydrodermabrasion is a really great option. We love hydrofacial for that.
Yep.
Microneedling, that stimulates collagen and elastin production, which improves overall skin texture and tone. And while microneedling isn't a direct pigment remover, but by creating those microchannels, it significantly enhances the absorption of topical lightening ingredients, which is going to allow them to work more effectively on that pigmentation.
LED light therapy, particularly red and sometimes blue, can be supportive. Red light stimulates cellular repair and can calm inflammation, which is beneficial for PIH. And blue light can help with acne, indirectly reducing future PIH.
The reason we love hydrofacials is because it can provide immediate hydration and a brightening effect. And the magic is in its multi-step process. It gently exfoliates away those damaged cells, extracts impurities, and then infuses your skin with hydrating serums, antioxidants, and peptides. It helps even out skin tone, reduces the look of fine lines, and leaves your skin feeling incredibly hydrated and refreshed.
Now, an important note, while highly effective for severe hyperpigmentation, particularly deep melasma or resistant sunspots, modalities like lasers and IPL are often outside the esthetician's scope of practice in most states like Ohio. So these treatments target pigment more intensely and carry higher risks. It is absolutely crucial to emphasize the importance of referral and a medical professional like a dermatologist, an NP, or a qualified medical spa for these advanced modalities.
Building a truly comprehensive treatment plan involves a combination approach, integrating in-office professional treatments with a consistent and targeted home care regimen featuring those amazing ingredients we discussed. Patience and consistency are key for both the esthetician and the client.
And set realistic expectations with clients. Reversing years of sun damage and treating hyperpigmentation takes time and commitment, and complete eradication of all spots might not always be possible. Focus on significant improvement in long-term skin health, stressing that prevention is always ongoing. Our role as estheticians isn't just about applying products, it's about empowering our clients. This means effectively communicating the why.
Explain the long-term benefits of consistent prevention and treatment. Use analogies like sun damage is like cumulative wear and tear on a car's paint job. If you don't protect it, it breaks down. If possible, with consent, show visuals of sun damage on similar skin types to illustrate your points.
We also have a responsibility to dispel common myths. You know the ones. I only need sunscreen on sunny days. Absolutely not. UVA is always there.
Or dark skin doesn't get sun damage. This is a dangerous myth. While darker skin tones have more natural melanin, they're absolutely susceptible to photoaging, particularly hyperpigmentation, and often it's more persistent PIH and melasma. And most importantly, they're still at risk for skin cancer, which can sometimes be diagnosed later due to delayed recognition.
And then the classic, a base tan protects me. A tan is actually a sign of DNA damage. It offers very minimal protection and does not prevent further damage or cancer risk.
Finally, encourage regular skin checks. Clients should be checking their own skin monthly for any new or changing moles or lesions. You can recommend an annual full body skin check with a dermatologist, especially if they are a sun worshiper. Emphasize that your role as an esthetician is to observe, educate, and refer, never to diagnose. We are the frontline observers helping to catch potential issues early.
And as always, don't hesitate to educate. By educating, guiding, and providing compassionate care, you build immense trust with your client.
That's it for today's photo damage deep dive. If you found this episode helpful, please leave us a review and share it with your fellow Esties.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at SD Training for more skin tips, behind the scenes, and sneak peeks of next week's episode. Tune in next week for an episode all about post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation.